Good day once again, everyone, and you are welcome to Mathematics Solution Center. Today, we are going to be looking at a topic that says equation of a circle. What is a circle? What is the equation of a circle? We are going to learn about these two equations. These are the equations of a circle. So, what is a circle? Sometimes we define a circle as a kind of a shape that is bounded by a circumference, and the circumference consists of points that are equidistant from the center. So, but the advanced definition of a circle is that a circle is the locus of a point equidistant from a fixed point. What is the meaning of locus of a point? The meaning of locus of a point, it means a circle consists of a particular point that it will always move in such a way that its distance from a particular point is fixed. Okay, this point is not fixed, but it will move, but its distance from a particular fixed point is fixed. Okay, take for instance, we have a point at the tip of this arrow here, and if this point is going to move, the length of this line will never change. So what shape is that point going to form? That is what we refer to as what? The locus of a point, so that it is always equidistant from the fixed point. The fixed point we are referring to here is the center of the circle. So let's demonstrate that. So take for instance, we have this point moving in such a way that the length of the line will never change. To completely define a circle, we need two things. Number one is the radius of the circle, and number two is the center of the circle. The fixed point we refer to here in this definition, equidistant from a fixed point. That equidistant distance we are talking about is the radius of the circle that will never change. The center of the circle here will be in the form of the coordinate of the center of the circle. Take for instance, we have a circle that has a center of A, B. The circle passes through a point which is X, Y. Passes through point X, Y. So we want to use these parameters to generate the equation of a circle. So this is the center of the circle, A, B. And the circle passes through point X, Y. So let's complete this to form a triangle. We have a right angle triangle. The distance from here to here is going to be, this is our X here, don't forget this is X, and this is Y. So this distance will be X minus A. This is going to be Y minus B. And this is the radius of the circle, Y minus B. So using our Pythagoras theorem, we have the square of the hypotenuse is equal to. So the equation of a circle is in the form of what? X minus A squared plus Y minus B squared is equal to R squared. If the center of a circle is given as 2, 3, and the radius is equal to 2, find the equation of the circle. The equation of the circle is what? So according to our formula, we have the center of a circle is always in the form of A, B. So that means from this we have our A is equal to 2, the X value is A, while the B value is Y. B is equal to what? 3. And the radius So this is the general form of equation of a circle. So let's substitute our values in this equation. So we are going to have X minus 2 squared, then plus Y minus 3 squared is equal to 2 squared. So that is what we have. We can still rewrite it to be X minus 2 squared plus Y minus 3 squared is equal to 4. So this is the equation of the circle of radius what? 2 units. Now take for instance we have this. Let's say this is given to us X minus 2 squared plus Y minus 3 squared is equal to 4. And we are asked what is the radius of this circle and what is the coordinate of the center of this circle. What would you say? Are you going to say it is minus 2, minus 3 to be the coordinate of the center? No. Anything you have inside this bracket before you can choose your center, the center of the circle, and this, anything you have inside these two brackets, first equate it to 0. That means x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to what? 2. That means the value of A is what? 2. And the value of B, the same process, B will be equal to 3. Therefore, A comma B is equal to what? Is equivalent to what? 2 comma 3. Therefore, the center of the circle is what? 2 comma 3. Okay, let's take one more example. If we have a circle like this, x plus 1 squared, then plus y minus 5 squared is equal to 5. Number 1, find the coordinate of the center of this circle. And number 2, what is the radius of this circle? We have x plus 1 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to what? Minus 1. It means that our A is equal to minus 1. And B, y minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to 5. Therefore, our B is equal to a positive number, not a negative number. So, A comma B, the center or the coordinate of the center of the circle, is equivalent to what? Minus 1 comma 5. This is the center of the circle. But look at the radius. What is given to us, it is not 10 squared, but it is just 5. Then we can still arrange it in terms of square, because the radius will be equal to what? Square root of 5. So square root of 5 squared is 5. So the radius of the circle is root 5. Now the general form of equation of a circle is given by x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. We want to derive this general form. So from the initial form of an equation of a circle that we have x minus a squared, then plus y minus b squared is equal to r squared. So we are going to expand the two brackets, x minus a squared. So this is the expansion of a perfect square. It's going to be the first time squared minus twice the product of the first and the second term, 2ax, then plus the second term squared, a squared. So we have expanded the first bracket. Then plus y minus b squared is going to be y squared minus twice the product of the first and the second term, and then plus the second term squared. So everything is equal to r squared. Okay, let's rearrange. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 2ax minus 2by, then plus a squared plus b squared. Then let's take r to the other side, minus r squared is equal to 0. Now, if you look at the general form, we have g and we have f and we have c. It's just a matter of substitution. So what we are going to do here now, it means that we are going to say let g be equal to minus a. So if g is equal to minus a is equal to minus g, and vice versa. So, and f is equal to what? Minus b. Yc will be equal to a squared plus b squared, then minus r squared. So let's substitute these values in then the equation above. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 2 into bracket minus gx, then minus 2, and our b will be equal to minus f b, and then plus a squared plus b squared minus r squared is equal to c, plus c is equal to 0. So we are going to have x squared plus y squared, then minus 2 times minus g, we have plus 2gx, then minus 2 times minus f, we have plus 2, here is supposed to be y, because we substituted for b, not for y. So we are going to have 2fy then plus c is equal to 0. So this is the general form of the equation of a circle, and this is how it is gotten. Now from the question we solved above, the center of a circle a comma b is equivalent to 2 comma 3, and the radius of the circle is equal to 2. So can we derive the general form? We are going to use this general equation to derive the general form, and we are still going to use the other equation, working on the other equation to see maybe we can get the general form. So let's do that now. From the initial equation, we are going to have x minus 2 squared, then plus y minus 3 squared. So is equal to 2 squared, that is r squared. So let's expand this. We are going to have the first term squared, s squared, minus twice the product of the first and the second term, that is 2 times s is 2x times 2. We have minus 4x, then plus the second term squared, which is 4. Then we have plus the first term squared, y squared, then minus twice the product of the first and the second term, 6y, then plus the second term square, 9, is equal to 2 squared is 4. So let's work more on this. We are going to have s squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y, then plus 9 plus 4 minus 4 is equal to 0, bringing 4 to the other side. Therefore, we have s squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 6y, then plus 9 is equal to 0. So this is the general form of equation of a circle that has a center 2, 3 and radius 2. So we don't want to go through this long process. We are given that 2, 3 is in the center of a circle and the radius of the circle is equal to 2. Can we write the general form from without going through the process of expansion that we did, that is using s squared plus y squared plus 2gx then plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So all you have to do, know the relationship between a and b. Don't forget that our a is equal to 2, right? And don't forget that g is equal to minus a. So that means the value of g is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 3, and then therefore our f will be equal to minus 3. And what is c? C is equal to a squared plus b squared minus r squared. Therefore, we have c to be equal to, what is a? 2 squared plus 3 squared minus, what is r? R is 2 squared. Therefore, we have c is equal to 2 squared, that is 4 plus 9 minus 4. So c is equal to 9. Now let's substitute in this general form. We have s squared plus y squared, then plus 2 times g. What is my g? Is minus 2. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4x, then 2 times f. What is my f? Is minus 3. 2 times minus 3 minus 6y, then plus, what is my c? 9 is equal to 0. So this is the answer we have. Let's compare it with the first answer we got while we expanded. So you can see that is the same thing. Okay. So let's analyze this equation of a circle further. If you look at the equation of a circle, there is no term that is what? S raised to power 3 or y raised to power 3. Number one condition for equation of a circle is what? It is always second degree. Number two condition is that the coefficient of x squared and y squared must be equal. So it can be 3, 3, it can be 2, 2, it can be 4, 4, but the coefficient of x squared and y squared must be what? Equal. Number three condition is that there is no term in the form of x, y. X and y written together. No, there's nothing like that. So these are the three things you need to know about the equation of a circle. So we are going to take one more example. So example, we are going to solve this question. We want to find the center and the radius of this circle. 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 12x plus 8y minus 6 is equal to 0. This is the equation of a circle. Then we are going to do something. Before we compare it with the general form of equation of a circle, we have to make sure that the coefficient of x squared and y squared is 1. How do we do that? We divide through by what? The coefficient of x squared and y squared, which is 2. So we are going to have 2x squared divided by 2, we have x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. We have divided each term by 2, then we have this. The two equations are still the same thing. Don't forget, whenever you divide a given equation by a constant term or you multiply it by a constant term, you still have the same equation. The equation has not changed. Okay, we want to find the center of the circle. Don't forget, the center of a circle is A, B. The value of A and the value of B, and we also want to find the radius of this circle. So from this equation, we can see that 2g is equal to minus 6. So if 2g is equal to minus 6, g will be equal to minus 6 divided by 2. Therefore, the value of g is equal to minus 3. If g is equal to minus 3, a will be equal to 3. Don't forget that a is just a kind of the negative value of g, and g is the negative value of a. We are going to repeat the same process for f. Comparing the two equations, the coefficient of y in the two equations are equal. Therefore, we have 2f is equal to 4. So f will be equal to 4 divided by 2. And then f is equal to what? 2. If f is equal to 2, b will be equal to minus 2. So the center of the circle is in a, b, which is the same thing as 3, minus 2. So the center of this circle is in 3, minus 2. Take note of that. Now we want to get the value of r. C, let's compare the two equations. Also, c is equal to minus 3. And then we have this formula. C is equal to a squared plus b squared minus r squared. So let's substitute in this equation. We have minus 3 is equal to, what is a? A is 3. 3 squared. Then plus, what is my b? My b is minus 2 squared, then minus r squared. So we have minus 3 is equal to 3 squared is 9, then plus minus 2 times minus 2 is 4, then minus r squared. So we have minus 3 is equal to 9 plus 4, we have 13, then minus r squared. So r squared will be equal to 13 plus 3. R squared is equal to 13 plus 3, that is 16. 16, r will now be equal to square root of 16. R is equal to 4. So the radius of the circle is 4, while the center of the circle is 3, minus 2. We are going to be solving more examples or more problems in our next tutorial. We are going to be looking at when the diameter, the coordinate of the ending of the diameter are given. How do we calculate the equation of the circle from these two conditions? When a circle passes through 3 points, how do we get the equation of the circle? So these are the things we are going to be looking at. And the gradient of a circle, the equation of a tangent to a circle. So watch out for our next tutorial so that you will not miss out. Thanks for watching. We have come to the end of this tutorial. In case you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly click the subscription button now, like this video, share it, and at the same time, don't forget to put on the notification. Thanks and remain blessed.